When you're in a real fight, you need to achieve a first strike knockout. Your best moves are going to be your power moves that are also natural moves. And what I mean by that is when you have the adrenaline flowing in a real fight, the stress that kicks in there, that adrenaline, is going to remove all of your fine motor skills. So all you have are gross motor skills after that. Very, very basic movements that your body is used to. Punching is not necessarily a very easy gross motor skill for the body. However, a hammer fist is a very, very basic move that has more power than a punch. With a hammer fist strike, what you're doing is it's just as if you're hammering a nail into a piece of wood. Okay, and so your striking surface is this part of your hand right here. Not the knuckles, but this part right close to your wrist, because that's where your most rigid is, that's where you have your best striking surface there. So what we're going to do with the hammer strike is, our primary target to be able to achieve a knockout for this one is going to be the jaw. Now the jaw comes back all the way to where it connects with the skull here, and there's a whole bunch of nerves there. You might have heard somebody like a boxer has a glass jaw where they get knocked out very easily. Well, that's because the jaw, because it shifts back and forth, and because it connects with those nerves that go to the brain, you can already scramble the central nervous system by hitting it the right way. Now there's two places that you can hit this. One is right where the jaw connects with the skull, right up in here where the nerves are. You can also strike right down here at the chin. And this is where a lot of boxers, you see a lot of knockouts there, right there on the chin. When you hit there, you're still affecting where it connects with the skull. The difference is that you have more leverage down here. There's more movement. So where you strike that, you can actually break the jaw, affect those nerves, shut down the central nervous system. So in order for that to happen, you need the jaw. It works best when the jaw is open. That's where you're going to have the most leverage. If his teeth are clenched and he's already like in punching mode, it's very, very hard to be able to strike that target. A lot of times also people when they're fighting, they tuck their chin down just naturally to protect their throat. It's just a natural instinct of the body. Again, it makes it very, very hard to be able to strike the chin and the jaw. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do this as a first strike. So we know the fight is on and somebody comes up and they're right on top of you. This is ideal range for a hammer fist. And the reason for that is the further away I'm striking, so if I was back here and I tried to strike, when I make contact and my body goes through, my elbow is going to continue to pass through. So I don't have as much power back here. So from here, it almost acts like a shock absorber. This whole elbow goes down. The closer he is in close quarters combat fighting, and the closer I can keep my elbow to my body when I strike, the more power I'm going to have behind the strike. So if we're here fighting like this, and then I want to hit that jaw, when I come through, I want to keep my body as close to his and my elbow as close to my body as possible so I can drive my whole body, have that whole force behind my strike as I come through. That's what's going to give me a lot more leverage on that chin. The other thing of using it as a first strike that's very, very an opportune time for me to be able to strike him is when he's talking. Obviously when somebody's talking, the jaw is moving up and down. It's remaining flexible. It's not rigid. It has to remain flexible in order to be able to talk. So when he comes up on top of me and he starts talking smack and I know the fight is on, like he's telling me he's going to kick my ass.
You ready? I'm going to knock your ass out.
When he's talking is when I'm going to come through and strike. That's the way I can be assured that I've got his jaw right in the position I need to be able to get a one-strike knockout.